Hello everyone, Derek Sam Toys, and we are back with not just a normal action figure review. Today, we've got a duo review as we've got both of the Elite 106 Usos in house. Very excited for this action figure review, but first things first, I got a little bit of a different feeling in the music today. Obviously, I can't play just straight up Dragon Ball music, but with the sad news of Akira Toriyama's passing, today's episode, you're gonna kind of hear some Dragon Ball ish, like inspired music, I guess you could say. Cause I don't really feel like having this video get blocked for using stuff like Head Shalon, shit like that. So, anywho, as you can see, I didn't get the Jimmy Mock. I got him loose, but I did get the J Mock. So, with that being said, we're gonna crack him open and we'll get into this action, yeah? I can't even lie, I almost forgot before we actually get into this action. I got me a new trusty knife. I thought this was a pretty cool knife yesterday while I was out and about. I don't know, I think it's pretty looking. Got a nice little red dragon. Kind of fits with today's episode. We got all red Usos. But yeah, now let's crack into the packaging. Well, alrighty, you guys. Now that we've got both the Usos about the packaging, we can have them take a little step back and we can get into their accessories, of course. With them being the same exact figure, we'll just do their accessories together. Well, yeah, they're not necessarily the same exact figure, but you get what I mean. I kind of got lost in my words there. Didn't exactly know what I was saying. Diarrhea of the mouth, constipation of the brain. Good old JR line there. But anyways, they both come with sets of pointer fingers or Wii to One's hands. Will say, for whatever reason, the Jimmy's pointer fingers were so hard to take out of the packaging, because the dude who I bought this loose from, he did ship it with the plastic piece behind it in the package, so it wouldn't get messed up and all that kind of shit and shipping. So appreciated. Of course, they both come with set of fist hands. The J's are just in the figure already. They both come with sets of mic holding hands. Of course, the only difference between the hands, though, is that Jay has the white, wrist tape stuff on his fingers and shish. So, yeah, of course, we've got all the hands. Getting into a little bit of uniqueness here, we've got a hairpiece, first time ever for me. Of course, the other hairpiece is on the figure. I kind of prefer this hairpiece more to the long hair, but, that's just me. And then one odd thing is the fact that the red lei only comes with Jimmy. It does not come with Jay. He doesn't even come with a white one. So I don't know. I'm going to have to use the old one from Jay. I don't know exactly what Elite series it was. Maybe the Elite 95 or whatever. No, not 95. Was it 93? I'm not exactly too sure. But the all-white joggers, Jay, with the I'm a Get 'em shirt. I'll probably have to put the white lei that he comes with on to this figure, because he doesn't come with one. That's just so odd to me. And they also come with the We the Ones red shirts to match with their all red jogger gear. Of course, now with all the accessories being done and out of the way, let's get into these figures. And I will say, all things aside, the heavily peppered or salt and peppered beard that Jay has, because I don't think he has that much white in his beard. Because let's just get a little zoom up in on this. Yeah, he's got quite a bit of white in his goatee, and it doesn't necessarily look like it's facial hair. We'll leave it at that. Of course, everything else looks really good though. Got the chest tattoos, fully decked out sleeve. Of course, does not have any of his updated tattoos like his back piece or his rib cage. But with that being said though, we'll get a main event Jey Uso with the Yeet shirt, I'm sure, at some point or another. But it's a pretty great Jay so far. I love the red sleeve, just the differences between the two figures, but how they also feel so similar is actually kind of crazy to me. Of course, getting down into the joggers themselves, they're all red, got the one pocket colored in on the J, the kneecaps are black on the J, pinless joint, so I'm kind of scared about that. Got bloodline going down the leg. His pockets are kind of like molded, or is that just like a design? I'm not exactly sure. This leg set is pretty damn stiff. Holy crap, but he can do some splits. Honestly, that's kind of exciting. On ball joints too, so that's always a plus in my book. But yeah, I guess we can kind of break down some of this articulation with it being the 106 Usos and the pinless joints, because I'm curious to see if they sound like Shish. Plus, they also do come with Ultimate Edition boots, so nothing seen too often in the Elite line. I know we saw it with the Elite Bianca not all that long ago, but yeah. Got Ultimate Edition shoe molds for both of them too, so that's kind of a plus. But of course, Jay can look up. I'd say he can look up about that high. He's not getting much higher because of that little rat tail thing on the back of his head. Of course, he can look down about that much. Of course, got the shoulder articulation, double bend in the elbow. If I can get it with one hand, there we go. Bicep swivel, wrist swivel, wrist articulation or bend, whatever you want to call it. It's kind of hard to do it with one hand, I'll be completely honest. Of course, the ab crunch looking pretty good here. Got waist swivel. I just showed you that he can do a pretty damn fine super kick. Of course, got upper leg rotation here. The double bend in the knees. Oh, I'm scared for this. Oh, these knees are taking forever just to bend them fully. There we go, though. They are fully bent. And, ugh, I hate that sound. Just that little snap. Ugh, I don't like that. Of course, got boot articulation or shoe articulation. Got some pretty nice ankle pivot on that shish, too. Of course, the ankle does bend, and because this is a special occasion, we've got toe articulation. Now, breaking down the articulation on the gym, nah, I'm kidding, I'm not actually going to do that. We will take a nice little close gander at this, though. Of course, he's got all the nice tattoo decal, different than his brother's tattoos, and that's all that matters. Of course, he's got a little bit on his back, a bit more than his brother, I'd say, at least as far as these figures are concerned. Of course, my Jimmy is having the hardest time trying to stand right now, so I don't know what his problem is. But I was about to say, we'll have to fix that so we can show off the tattoos on the back. Yeah, I mean, they kind of have about equal amounts. Got the full sleeves. Of course, Jay does have a full sleeve, but, he kind of keeps it hidden under the sports sleeve. Attire is pretty much exactly the same, except for the bloodline and the colored pocket are on opposite sides. So if I don't know if you noticed that when we had the figures with the back shot. There we go. But yeah, the pockets are different and the bloodline is on opposite legs. So, that's kind of a nice little detail I didn't notice when we originally got these. Also, another nice little detail is the fact that you can see like his black socks. Nice little details like that to make the Usos feel just that little bit more different is actually kind of nice. Because they are twins after all. They do, look fairly similar-ish, but now they've almost kind of taken on their own look and their own personas. Something you don't see too often with twin characters, especially if they do team with each other. I mainly say that just because it took a very long time for the Bella twins to kind of, have noticeable differences between the two. But yeah, with that being said though, I think we're going to get these guys all accessoried up. And we're going to get into the final thoughts, shall we? Alrighty, you guys. Now that we've got them all posed up, as you can see, I've got my other set of Elite Usos. Sadly, they don't match, but man, that's whatever. I now finally have a set of matching Usos, and I'm fairly excited to see what these Usos can do Fed-wise. I've seen a couple of people use them, but at the same time, I'm just not exactly too sure yet. I don't know how to feel about the pinless legs, but everything else on these figures seems very, like, buttery smooth. Though my Jimmy does have a hard time standing because of how his ankles are. Don't know what to say about that, but meh. If I had to, I would say, honestly, this set is pretty worth getting, especially if you don't have a set of Usos already. But if you have a good set of Usos, or maybe you want to get the Ultimate Editions, maybe wait on getting the Ultimate Editions. These are pretty fire, though, I will say that. Of course, I took the white lays off of the previous Usos. If I really wanted to, we can take the red one, put it there. Or we could take the red one and put it on our Tribal Chief, even though we're going to have Roman's Ultimate Edition at some point. Because I did order that, so expect that to be hitting on the channel. Maybe after this goes up, maybe a little before. I'm not exactly too sure. As of recording, it says it should be here by Monday. So, yeah, with that in mind, what would I give these Usos on a scale of 1 to 10? I'd have to say that, honestly, the Jay himself is probably at least a good solid 7.5. Just because, you know, we see a bunch of different Usos, and just because you give them Ultimate Edition shoe articulation does not excuse the pinless legs. Personally, I hate that they're doing pinless legs for certain figures, because that's why I have no desire to keep R-Truth in the pick fed, because his legs are pinless and they are super annoying to pose. Anyway, they're not the worst, but they're definitely not the best. Go back to the pinned legs, Mattel, please. For the love of God, just do it. Just do it. Anyway, that's besides the point. What would I give the Jimmy? Honestly, I'd probably have to say he's probably a good solid 7, with the fact that mine has a little bit of messed up ankle articulation. I guess you could say he has a hard time standing. So far, the J, not too bad, but the Jimmy has been atrocious sometimes, as you saw on camera. But yeah, I think we'll just give him a good solid 7, and then we've got a good solid 7.5 on the Elite 106 Usos. As far as star ratings go, we can give them both a good solid 3, or you can say like a good solid 3.25 star for Jay and 3 for Jimmy. Either way, I think that's a good like review number for them, because I think these ones scaled a little bit higher, but I also like the shoe mold on these a bit more, in my opinion. At least they don't feel so damn loose after having them for a minute. Yeah, I don't play with these all the time, but like, bro, you can't beat this jogger leg mold. I'm really gonna say that. I don't think you could beat that jogger leg mold. Anyway, though, I think that's gonna be it for today, or at least for this review, because I do got maybe like 2, maybe 3 more that are in-house already. So if you liked the video, like the video. If you didn't like the video, I'm sorry that I couldn't satisfy your video needs today. Don't necessarily care though. If you did like the video, feel free to go check out some of my other action figure reviews and or pick fed content, or unboxing videos. I almost said action figure reviews twice. See there, don't be a dumbass. Anywho, as we should have playlists for all 3 of them currently right now as we speak. But then on top of that, if you would like to, feel free to also go check out the Instagram, as the Instagram will have posts for when stuff like this goes live and stuff of that nature. Oh yeah, if you're making it to the end of this, I'm just going to say it now. I apologize for the Absolute Carnage pre-show. Kind of forgot to add the key element to it, in my opinion. And so I privated the original one, and now am waiting for the other one to convert as we speak. I want to say it's still converting. I'm not too sure though. It should be. Anywho, if it's not and it's actually done, as soon as we sign off here, I'm going to go upload it. But yeah, you won't see that until you watch this review, which may go up right after. Just kind of as like a little apology, I guess you could say. I don't know. But just know that we got the Usos, we the ones today. Hopefully you guys enjoy the pre-show when it re-uploads, I guess you could say. And yeah, on that note, enjoy the rest of your guys' day, night, whatever it may be when you're watching this. And I hope it's a nice sunny day like it is over near me, near you. Peaces, yo.